Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 26 May 2022. Thursday night, 9 o'clock, time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. And it is huge. I mean huge. Almost 40 knives. Maybe 39 knives and a pen, something like that. Big one. Before we get into the meat of it, and I won't keep you long, let's do a little housekeeping. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'll post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I will reprint them in the description underneath this video as well. Also in the description, right above the terms of the sale, you're going to find 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale, how it works. So if you're new to this weekly sales event, it'd be a good idea to watch that video and read the terms closely. The second video is to my FAQs for Consignors video, and that explains how this all works on sale night from the consignor's perspective. So if you'd like me to move along some of your collection on a Thursday night, give that a watch. The third link, as always, to the rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. And then at the very bottom of the description, you're going to see the list of tonight's inventory complete with timestamps and pricing. The number to the left of the slash in the pricing column is your as shown price. Number to the right, as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. If you see a dash in place of that right hand number, it doesn't need sharpening or it's not a knife. If you see the word sold in lieu of pricing, that knife has been bought and paid for, has a new owner. No need to send an inquiry about that. Let's see. Regarding sharpening, there will be next day sharpening available for the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened from tonight's sale. Those will ship tomorrow, Friday the 27th, with all of the as shown inventory purchased tonight. I think that's it for housekeeping. I think that's about as fast as I can do that. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, I've got 5 leftover items. One of them from 2 weeks ago, because we didn't have a sale last week. The other 4 are from 3 weeks ago. I kind of gave you a heads up as to why that is yesterday in the heads up. So here's the one from 2 weeks ago. Can't believe this thing's still here. From Almar Knives. Now sort of out of business since Al's death. I don't think that company's still a going concern, although some of his designs still are. But this is a Shrike, and this is a knife kind of famous in Almar history. Manufactured by Moki in Japan, and these are just super finely crafted knives. Now I think this is satin polished linen micarta. It might be G10, but I'm pretty sure it's satin linen. Handle length is 5 inches, and then inside the handle, spinning on Teflon bearings, the action's better than I just showed you, comes out this blade, which is 3 5/8 of an inch. A full flat ground, very stabby, very Japanese looking knife blade. VG10 steel, stainless steel liner lock mechanism. Lockup is rock solid. Action is super smooth on Teflon. Centering on this one is, it's actually favoring the lock side slightly, so I might loosen that pivot just a little and free it up. Not quite a free dropper. Condition on this knife is, like new in the box, an ultra classic designed by a legend who has passed on. They're discontinued, out of stock. There are 2 current listings running on eBay. Both buy it now. Is one for $349, one for $550. We started this out 2 weeks ago at $260 and then dropped it to $250 last Thursday when I was in Tennessee. This week, somebody gets a buy, I think. $240 like it is. $260 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Mar Shrike. Next up, a combo pack from a few weeks ago. One from K-Bar, one from Case. Okay. The K-Bar is the 4065 Dozier folder. 4 1/4 inches closed. A 3-inch AUS-8 blade with an oval opening hole, mid-lock lockback. FRN scales, and the washers are actually molded into the FRN. And man, every one of these I've ever held in my hand has silky smooth action and rock solid lockup. Blade centering on this one appears to be down the middle. Reversible tip-up pocket clip. Nice little snick when you open it. Condition is like new in the box. These sell brand new on your interweb retailer site for $26. Okay, and that's not all you get. You get this case. The case is the 6220 SS Peanut, True Sharp stainless steel, blue jig bone, 2 7/8 inches in closed length, half stops, clip main, pen secondary, about a 7 pull. Gorgeous little knife. These are available online at your favorite retailer for $53. So you got 26 and 53. What is that? $79. Now, if we first ran these separately, then we combined them for $49. This week, $39. That's like half price, guys. And both are like new in box. And then 20 to sharpen the dozier, 25 for both blades on the case. So it's going to say 39, 59, and 84. And that's in your inventory as the K-Bar Case Combo. And next day sharpening is available. Next up, here's another one from 3 weeks ago from Viper-Tec. This is no box, but it does come in the nice ballistic nylon sheath. This is the Viper-Tec USA Pride OTF Auto. 5 1/4 inches of zinc alloy handle with a American flag. They say Cerakote. I doubt it. Inside we have a 2-tone drop point swedged combo edge knife. Pretty normal play for an OTF. Blade length is 3 1/2. Firm button effort, but 100% reliability. Looks like you could reverse that clip if you so desired. Condition on this one is like new in the box. These are out of stock right now, but when they were available, they were $120 online. We ran this for $85, and then we dropped it down to $65. Didn't run it again last week. This week, $55, guys. Double nickels for the Viper-Tec USA Pride OTF Automatic. Next up, another one from Viper-Tec. This one does have the box, as well as the sheath. And inside is the Viper-Tec Commando OTF. OD green Cerakote, they say. Looks like a reversible pocket clip. Inside, we have a double-edged dagger blade. 440C. Blade is 3 1/2. Handle is 5 1/8. Button effort is, I'm going to say medium firm. Medium firm. 100% reliable lockout. Condition on this one is like new in the box. They are out of stock in this configuration. When they were available, they were about $120 online. We ran it originally for $85 on the 5th of May. Dropped it to $65 that weekend. It did not sell. Skipped a week last week. This week somebody gets to buy it for $55. There will be no further drop. Okay, that is the Viper-Tec Commando OTF automatic. Next up, from Asheville Steel Paragon knives, it's a big box. And it's a big box because it houses a big knife. This is the Estiletto OTF Dagger. This is a single action out the front knife. And we covered this the first time we ran it. Deploys with a button. There's a safety. And it does not lock out, especially if you get your fingers in the way of the slider. But if you're pointing it downhill, it'll lock out. But the spring is very weak, as you can see. It appears to be a little gummy. I don't know if this is something Paragon would take care of under a warranty, but it is what it is, guys. If you're pointing it uphill, and you cannot put your fingers around there. Here's what I mean. See the slider? If you have your fingers in the path of that little nub, it will not go. That's just something muscle memory will take care of. But even so, if it's going uphill, it will not lock out. You just got to be aware of that. If it's pointing downhill, no problem. So it's like a spring gravity knife. Anyway, red coating of some kind on the aluminum handle. There's just a couple blemishes in the coating. Right hand tip down clip. Take a look at the blade. 5.5 inches of blade, S30V DLC coated. 7 3/8 inches of handle. It's a clip point, but the clip is sharpened and the serrations on the top edge are also sharpened. And then all plain edge saber ground from there. Come on, baby. So we'll call it excellent to near mint in box. Action noted, right? They're $250 on the web, brand new. We ran this originally for $150, dropped it to $130 on the weekend on May 7th. Held it out last week. This week, $120. $120 for the Paragon Asheville Steel Estiletto OTF Dagger. Next up, it's Civivi time. Inside this box, we have the Civivi C2103D Elementum button lock. Interesting little knife. I sharpened one of these for a customer not too long ago that he bought brand new. And it's interesting. Blackened stainless steel liners. It's a button lock mechanism. Brown micarta handle scales. Ambidextrous deep carry clip. 4.5 inches closed. It's got a 3.5 inch blade, but how do you open it? It's not an automatic, and it's a button lock, so you have to sort of fling it. I guess you could push the button and pull it open, but there's no flipper, and there's no thumb studs. Okay. I'm just saying. Anyway, lockup is rock solid. Blade steel is 14C28N. Kind of a deep, I guess that's sort of an acid stonewash over a bead blast on that spear point blade. Lockup is dead solid. Action is great. It has to be because you have to fling it. Centering's perfect. Condition on this one is going to be like new in box. Web price of these brand new is $66 at your favorite retailer. This will be $50 shipped priority mail, and $70 if you'd like it with my edge on it. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Civivi C2103D Elementum button lock. Next up, we have one from the WE Knife. WE Knife. Inside the box is a 20061B-3 beacon from WE with the black stonewash CPM 20 CV blade and black titanium handle. Okay, good looking knife, guys. Just a good looking knife. There she is. Steel inserted titanium frame lock, deep carry, reversible tip up pocket clip. Got some hourglass standoffs and a little lanyard post. Great flipper design, nice and low profile, easy to grab. Superb action. Nice little tapered fuller. 3.5 inches of blade, 4.5 inches of handle. There is your lockup. It is dead solid. This has been used and touched up. I wouldn't call it a full sharpening, just so you know. Is it sharp? Probably. So we're going to call it near mint in box. These are $200 online at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours, just like it is for $160. With my edge on that 20 CV blade, $185, and that can be done tomorrow if you're one of the first 6. About 2 to 3 weeks if you're not. That's the WE 20061B-3 beacon. Next up, you talk about a brand that is hotter than a firecracker. Quiet Carry. Quiet Carry. This one is kind of the knife that is their knife. This is their flagship, I guess. The Drift. And this is the Drift KNSW. KN stands for knurled show-side scale. I might call it checkered, but and SW stands for stonewashed blade. What a little beauty. The knurling just catches the light on the show side, and then the lock side is just a nice speckly stonewash on the titanium. Got a deep carry wire clip that is going to be right hand only tip up. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Blade is 3 inches in length, and that steel is Vanex super clean. Handle is 3 15/16, so pretty efficient blade to handle ratio. And what do I like about this knife? It has thumb studs and phosphor bronze freaking washers. And it opens beautifully. It has perfect lockup. Super smooth, and it's centered. Condition on this one is going to be near mint to like new in box. The only thing I can say, keeping it from being like new in box, is that I found a little pocket lint under the clip. So it's been at least carried. I couldn't find any edge wear, though. Let's see. These are out of stock on the web. When they were available with this knurled scale, they were $305. You might think we might want more than that, but no, we're going to take it easy on you. Just $280 for this one. That's shipped priority mail. $305 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Quiet Carry Drift KNSW. Next up, we have a Sig Sauer knife built by Hogue. It is the Sig K320 Legion. Pretty cool knife, guys. Sig calls this a gray polymer handle. It is bona fide stippled, just like a handgun. Beautiful job. It's rocking the Hogue Able lock. Reed Benchmade Axis lock. It has a 4-way positionable deep carry pocket clip. It opens via a triangular opening hole. The blade is S30V, and it is PVD coated. The let's see, blade length 3 7/16. Handle length 4 9/16. Lockup is dead solid with the Able lock. Absolutely a free dropper. And blade centering is down the middle. Pretty solid effort, I'm thinking. That'll look very nice alongside of your SIG pistol, won't it? Web price on these brand new is $150 at your favorite retailer. This one can be yours at $120 near mint in box, $140 with my edge on it. Next day sharpening is available if you're one of the first 6. That's the Hogue SIG K320 Legion. Next up, one of my dearly beloved knives. This isn't mine, but I love this model. From Benchmade, it is the 273 FE-2 Mini Adamas. I have this exact knife. It is so sharp looking, and mine is actually very sharp. You've got beautifully milled and satin finished OD green, G10 scales, Shane Sibert. I mean, this just screams Shane Sibert, doesn't it? Oh, deep carry parkerized clip, access lock, the big beefy hardware, just like the Big Brother. Thick stainless steel liners, also black oxide coated. A gorgeous drop point blade, saber ground and swedged with a long fuller, CPM crew wear, tan Cerakote, rock solid lockup, superb action, perfect centering. Man, what a nice knife. I'm going to call it near mint to like new in box. Map pricing, minimum advertised pricing at your favorite retailer is going to be $225, or just buy this one. Shipped, priority mail, all in $175. Are you kidding me? $200 if you like it with my edge on it, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. The Benchmade 273 FE-2 Mini Adamas. Next up, this just shocked me when I opened the box. It's from Protech. Look, it's a big old box. And the reason it's a big old box is because it's got a fixed blade knife in an unbelievably cool sheath. This is the Protech LG502 SBR, or the Rockeye fixed blade, Les George design. What a sharp unit that is. S35 VN blade, bidirectional, actually not bidirect, yeah, bidirectional satin. Pretty cool. Swedged drop point, ramped jimping. S35 VN blade steel. Blade length on the SBR is 2 7/8. Handle 3 11/16. Very cool milled G10 that sort of emulates cord wrap on those removable scales. Super grippy, very nice. Great in the hand. The pinky likes to hang off the back. That's not a bad thing. Thicker stock, probably, 140 thousandths, I'm guessing. Nice reveal around the edge of the scales. Very good in hand. This is like new in the box. And then the sheath comes from Chattanooga leather. Just a beautiful piece of leather work. And just kind of take your pick how you want to carry it. I guess most of you are going to use that J-clip on the belt. Like new in box. So I think these were kind of a limited run. And web price on these new is $315. Web retail, street retail. Not a cheap knife. This one can be yours. $250, $250 like it is. $270 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Protech LG502 SBR, or Rockeye fixed blade. Next up, we've got another one from Benchmade. This is the 477 Emissary 3.5. A very cool Axis Assist knife. Hard anodized black aluminum handle scales. Ambidextrous polished deep carry clip. It is an Axis Assist with a spine safety. Touch the thumb stud and out she flies. We have a 3 7/16 inch blade, kind of a swedged spear affair, in S30V, 4.5 inches a handle. Superb in the hand. I mean, superb in the hand. Blade nice and thin. Rock solid lockup on the axis assist. Stiff spring on this one. Blade centering is close. I'm going to call this near mint in box. There's a couple little light trails in that black coating that might actually rub off of there. Very cool knife. Now discontinued and out of stock. This one near mint in box. The last map price for these at your favorite online retailer was $212. This one can be yours for $160, $160, $180 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Benchmade 477 Emissary 3.5. Next up, another one from the Benchmade Knife Company, Oregon City, Oregon, USA. It's the 319-2 proper S90V in carbon fiber. Yeah, buddy. The Benchmade Fusion Knife, slip joint mechanism, modern construction and materials. Gorgeous satin finished carbon fiber scales, black hardware. Are those brass liners? They might be. It is a half-stop slip joint with a semi-long pull. You can pinch it as well. Pull is about a 6.5, maybe a 7. A little bit of blade wobble at half-stop, meaning this way. See what I mean? The walk and talk is proper, which is not very good, as all of them are. This is one of the better ones. Centering is off to the right slightly. Condition is like new in the box. You can buy one of these brand new at your favorite web retailer for $160. Or just buy this one, $125 like it is, $145 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, one of my favorite Spydercos I do not own. Comes in my favorite box. The knife is the Ikuchi CF, they say. By CF, they mean the new, more richly textured carbon fiber laminate over black G10. A super slim design is the Ikuchi. A compression lock mechanism, ball bearing flipper, with one of the lowest profile flippers in the world, beautifully jimped. You just pull back and out she flies. It's got an S30V blade, 3 5/16 inches in length. Handle length then is 4 5/16. Ball bearing mechanism. Perfect centering, perfect lockup, perfect action. Reversible deep carry wire clip. Condition on this Ikuchi is near mint to like new in box. Buy one of these brand new, it'll run you $161 at your favorite web retailer. Or just buy this one. How about $130 like it is, $150 with an Apostle P edge, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. That's the Spyderco Ikuchi. Next up, another Spidey. This one from Seki City, Japan. It is the Rescue 3. A pretty cool knife, sort of a first responder's knife. Black volcano grip, FRN handle scales, 4-way positionable black clip. The blade is a blunt-nosed sheep's foot, full spider edge in VG10. Blade length is 3 9/16. Handle is 4 11/16. Rock solid lockup. Nice action. Centering on this one. It's probably perfect. The chisel grind is a bit of a fooler. We'll call it like new in the box. Yeah, maybe near mint. It's got, somebody had the clip set up for left hand and it left a couple little superficial marks in the flat spot there. So online pricing at your favorite retailer is going to be $106 for this knife. This one can be yours $80 like it is. No need to sharpen that spider edge. That is the Spyderco Rescue 3. Next up, from Todd Begg Knives Steelcraft series, we have one of the most beautiful Steelcraft mini bodegas I've ever seen. Two-tone knife, black and silver. It's got sort of a fish scale milling pattern in that bright portion. Man, is it gorgeous. Sort of a black cracked ice finish on the pocket clip and the inside of the backspacer. If you can see that. Maybe this way. There you go. Blade is going to be all black, but under the PVD probably coating, you can see a satin on the flats and then kind of a stonewash bead blast on the swedge and the primary bevel. Ceramic IKBS pivot, rock solid lockup. 3-inch blade. Turn my page. 4 1/8 inch handle. There is your lock engagement. It's dead solid. Action is beautiful. Centering is perfect. Condition on this one is like new in the box. My consignor purchased this new back in the day for $445. I believe this is one of the original Rayot mini bodegas. That could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. The blade is S35VN. So he paid $445 for it, web retail. This can be yours for $350 like it is. $370 with an Apostle P edge. It's the Begg Steelcraft mini bodega. Next up, I have Kaiser and Kaiser. So I have two of these. These are the V3488EN mini sheepdogs. Okay, they're identical. They're both like new in box, and you can't tell them apart. The mechanics are perfect on both, so I'm just going to show you one, but you'll see two listings. It won't matter which one you get. So here's what you got. 3 9/16 inches closed length. Beautiful crimson red hard anodized aluminum scales. These have the deep carry pocket clip right hand only tip up. The blade is 154 cm black coated. 2 3/4 inches in length. It's a stainless steel liner lock. There you can see your engagement. It's rock solid. Ball bearing pivot. Perfect flipping action. And perfect centering. Like new in box. Web retail on these brand new is $69. This can be yours for $50 like it is. $70 sharpened. You're going to see a listing for V3488EN Mini Sheepdog number 1 and number 2. Doesn't matter which one you get, guys. Next up, are we seeing double or quadruple? Because look, Kaiser and Kaiser. We're doing it again. Two identical knives with identical mechanics, both like new, in the box. Be careful though, because the part number is slightly different. These are also mini sheepdogs. These are the Kaiser V3488C5 sheepdogs. C5. The red ones are EN. These are C5. Also 3 9/16 inches of handle. Black linen micarta, matte finished. These have also a right hand tip up pocket clip. Not the deep carry, but sort of a parkerized or blackwashed maybe standard carry clip. And these are going to open with an oval hole And it's got kind of a black wash blade or a stone wash black coated blade. Rock solid lockup. Ball bearing pivot. Super fine action. Perfectly centered blade. Condition is like new on both of them. These also are $69 at your favorite web retailer, but you can buy these for $50 each. 50. $70 if you'd like them sharpened. Next day sharpening is available if they're among the first 6 knives purchased to be sharpened tonight. And I got boxes tumbling like dominoes over here. Next up, from the Spyderco Knife Company, we've got a pair of 3 FRN, and they're calling this teal FRN. So this will be in your inventory as pair of 3 FRN teal S90, because the blade steel is S90V. There you go. Standard pair of 3 stuff, compression lock. Nice action. Rock solid lockup. Centering is going to be pretty doggone close to perfect. Condition is near mint in box. I really couldn't find a reason not to call it like new, but my seller says he has carried it a little. So these were a dealer exclusive for MGE Distributing. Several retailers carried them. They're out of stock now, but when they were available, they were $140 web retail. This one can be yours for $115 like it is. $140 with my edge on it. That's the Spyderco pair of 3 FRN Teal S90. Next up, it is super ultra classic Spyderco time, boys, and this thing is a time capsule. It is a Centofonte 3. All you old TNPers will remember this knife. Old Nut and Fancy dug it, digs it, loves it. Look at this one. That is beautifully molded, textured FRN. Just a slight little evidence of pocket wear burnishing right at the front. But look at the condition of the bug inlay. Kind of a knife-specific clip, very slim. It's going to be right hand only, but tip up or down. A mid-lock lockback from Seki City. Kind of a Spidey spear with a jimped thumb ramp that really grabs the thumb. Hollow ground and swedged. Blade length is 3 1/8. Handle is 4 1/2. Lockup is pinned and perfect. Action is super free. Centering is very close to perfect. This might be as close to a new old stock knife as you're going to find. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. They're iconic. This can be yours for $85 like it is. $105 with my edge on it. That's the Spyderco Centofonte 3, designed by Frank Centofonte. Next up, we got a little combo pack for you. Yes, we do. And this is going to be called the Italian Modern Folder Combo. 2 knives, okay? The first one is from Mac Coltellerie, made in Italy. And it is the Mac Coltellerie 697 Rescue with some day glow yellow FRN scales. Opens via that big hole. Blade steel is stainless W1.4034. Looks a lot like N690 to me. Kind of a tumble polished blade. Full serrated edge with a blunt nose. Lockup is rock solid. Centering is a little off to the left. Action is like super free. Watch that. Almost a free dropper. Blade length is 3 1/16. Handle 4 3/8. So that's one. And then the other one, this is interesting. It's a K-bar made by Masserin Knives in Italy. It's the K-bar KM600T. It's got a very nice satin finished aluminum and then hard anodized set of scales. A liner only on the lock side. Opens via a single-sided thumb stud. Blade steel is 440C. Blade length is 3 1/8. Handle length is 4 5/16. Tip down right hand clip, liner lock. Looks like it's locked up pretty late, but no lock rock or vertical play. Centering is pretty dead down the middle. We'll say this one is near mint in box. It's on Teflon washers, by the way. So you get that, and you get that, and your total price for the pair is $70 plus 20 if you want me to sharpen the K-bar. That is the Italian Modern Folder Combo. Couple interesting knives you don't see every day. Okay, next, this is a really, really cool knife, guys. And it comes in this here pouch. And it comes with this authenticity card. Quest, innovative custom knives and tools handmade in the USA. Greg, I'm going to say Goeckel, Goeckel, is your maker. This is the Quest Custom Quaken 3.0 Mesh Flipper V2. Overall length, 7.5, 4 3/8 closed, 3 inches of blade, S35 VN steel, titanium on both sides, made this February. And here's the knife. Guys, this is cool. I mean, it's just flat cool. There is your mesh pattern. Beautiful, man. I mean, beautiful. So cool. Satin on the top flats and then kind of a deep bead blasted titanium everywhere else. Just a vague hint of orange peel in that satin. Proprietary pivot. There's Greg's maker's mark. Beautifully milled titanium clip. And then check this out. It is a ball bearing flipper. A super cool Wharncliffe blade with a pretty large hollow grind. Terminates nice and thinly behind the edge. It's a non-inserted titanium frame lock. And, you know, the lock stick is sometimes just like Chris Reeve hydraulic, which I love. Lockup is rock solid. Action is awesome. Centering is dead. Cool knife. Gosh, a handmade custom. The new price on this from the maker was $375. You can have it for $325, and it's very near mint. $345 if you'd like me to sharpen it, and next day sharpening is available. That's the Quest Custom Quaken 3.0 Mesh Flipper version 2. Next up, another one that's so cool. How about a Brad Zinker knife? You think it's made in America? Maybe so. This is just a sweetie. Oh, now it's a front flipper with a deep carry pocket clip, and my consignor said, "Go ahead, it's easy to open, Rob. Even you can do it on camera." Well, almost. I suck at these. Anyhow, a beautiful Zinker Nightmare Ground Wharncliffe. CPM 154, 3.5 inches of blade. Liner lock mechanism, and was it? Yes, titanium liner lock. And burlap micarta scales. Jeweled titanium liners. Deep carry clip. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful action, perfect centering. Condition on this one, I'm going to call it near mint in pouch for no particular reason. Might be like new. Purchased from the maker for $550. It can be yours for $500 like it is. $525 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Brad Zinker Custom Modified Warncliffe Front Flipper. Next up, we have one from Kershaw, and it is made in the USA, and it is the 1660 RBW Random Leak. My favorite leak of all time. This comes in the black washed configuration, stainless steel frame lock knife, speed safe spring assist mechanism. There she goes. It is sort of a reverse Tonto sort of Warncliffe-y thing. A little more robust tip than a regular leak. You've got blade length of 3 inches in 14C 28N steel from Sandvik. 4 inches of handle. There's your lock engagement. It is dead rock solid. Blade centering is what? Is it perfect? I think it is. Now, the safety has been removed and it is in the box. But it's a silly thing anyway. So I'm going to call it like new in box, safety removed, okay? This can be yours, guys, for $65. Shipped, priority mail, 85 with my edge on it. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 6. That's the Kershaw Random Leak. Next up, one of my favorite Benchmades of all time. It is the 560 BK-1 Super Freak. She's super freaky. Oh, what do I need to say about this knife that I haven't already said? Black and gray milled G10 red liners, red hourglass standoffs, parkerized split arrow clip. Swacky action. A blade of Cerakoted CPM M4. Now this knife's been used. It's got a little bit of wear in the coating, a little bit of wear, very little wear on the edge. Rock solid lockup, easy for you to say. Free swing in action. Blade centering, how about perfect-ish? Condition, we're going to say, is excellent to near mint. In the box. These are currently available at your favorite online retailer for $225. Or just buy this one. $170 like it is. $195 with my edge on it. Next day sharpening available. That's the Benchmade 560 BK-1 Super Freak. Next up, we have one from Tough Rider. Tough Rider. This is the Precision Press pen in purple. We have a hard anodized purple aluminum barrel with 6 O-rings for your pleasure. We have a black crinkle epoxy pocket clip. The hardware is all stainless. We have a clicky tail cap, or precision press tail cap. It is rocking a Fisher Space Pen refill. It is like new, no box-ish. Yeah, like new, no box. 6 inches in overall length. You can buy one of these brand new for $96 plus tax plus shipping online. Or just buy this one for $85. No need to sharpen. All in. Shipped to you. Priority mail. $85. Tough Rider Precision Press Pen. Next up, my favorite non-automatic Protech ever. It is the 5201-Blue Malibu Flipper. It's a flipper. Look at this blue handle. Man, is that gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Sort of a faux backspacer between the two halves of the aluminum with an integral lanyard hole. It's a button lock flipper with a nice detent on ball bearings. How about that? And let's see, where did it go? There it is. Handle 4 3/16. Blade 3 5/16. Very efficient blade to handle. Sort of a modified Warncliffe sheep's footy thing. Blade steel 20 CV. Pretty thinly ground for a Protech. Rock solid lockup. And perfect centering. Just a fun knife to flip, man. Deep carry right hand tip up clip. Condition near mint to like new in box. Web price on these brand new is $210. Your price $170. $170 shipped priority mail, $195 with my edge. That is the Protech Malibu. Next up, I think this is only the second one of these we've ever had on the Apostle P Knife Sale. From American Blade Works, we have the Model 1 version 6 in the Ghost or Jade or Natural G10 milled titanium pocket clip. It just says pocket knife, doesn't it? It's a flipper on ball bearings. It is a stainless steel liner lock. There's your engagement. Lockup is dead rock solid. Centering is dead down the middle. So you got 3 1/4 inches of blade, 4 11/16 inches of handle. Did I mention the beautiful milled titanium pocket clip that appears to be right hand only? No, I see cutouts in the G10 that can go either way. Oh, I'm interested. I am interested. That S35 VN with an aggressive speckly stonewash. I like it. Great drop point blade. Pretty doggone thin. I like it. Let's see. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $199 online. This one can be yours. Near mint, in pouch. Just I saw a little lint, I think. No evidence of carry. Look at that proprietary pivot. I like it. How about $175 for this one, like it is? S35 VN blade, by the way. $195 if you'd like me to sharpen it. Next day sharpening is available. Next up, from Kirby freaking Lambert. I don't think there's anything in the pouch. Nope, just a pouch. Look at this thing. Look at this. This is the Kirby Lambert Incinerator. Desert tan blasted G10 that is gorgeous. Bolsters of carbon fiber, bronze titanium hardware, and a very, very Kirby Lambert blade. The recurve clip point with the big old swedge. That Kirby Lambert Spider maker's mark. Big, beautiful thumb studs. Titanium liner lock that is rock solid. No stick, no slip, no rock. Perfect blade centering. It's on Teflon washers. Makes a great thwack. That's all you need right there, guys. Blade length is 3 3/4. Handle is 4 5/8. Super efficient blade to handle ratio. N690 blade. Bi-directional satin. I'm going to call it near mint to like new in pouch. You know what? I'm going to say this. I think I told you the centering is perfect. It might be slightly to the left. So this model and these materials selling anywhere between $7.95 and $8.95 on Arizona custom knives. This one can be yours for $6.50 like it is, $6.75 if I sharpen it. That's the Kirby Lambert Incinerator. Next up, from A2 Knives, we're into the South Africa portion of the sale. A2 Knives are Andre Thorburn and Andre Van Heerden. Knife is going to come in this pouch. And the model is the A3 flipper. This one in black and orange G10. This is just amazing work. The orange G10 is precisely inlaid into the black, and then it's all blasted to reveal the natural grain of that G10. And then a G10 backspacer. Titanium liners are anodized blue. I think that's the law in South Africa. The blade is polished flats, hand-rubbed satin. Tonto, look at the grinds on this thing. IKBS pivot, M390 blade steel. 3 11/16 inches is your blade length. Golly, that's beautiful. Oh. Silky smooth. I mean, silky smooth. Perfectly centered. Well, there is your lockup. It has no issues. Look at this, guys. A milled G10 pocket clip with nice tension. Very cool. So yeah. These are out of stock. When they were new, they sold at web retailers for $700. You can't buy one new. But you can buy this one. Very near mint to like new in pouch. $620 like it is, $650 with my edge on it. That's the A2, A3 flipper in G10. Make sure you note that in your I'll Take It, because we have another one in different materials coming. Next up, this has got to be the buy the sale. Got to be. Another South African maker with an empty pouch, but there is a knife in it. I've got a Blade Gallery cert for this one. Let's see. Let me find it. There we go. Obviously purchased new from Blade Gallery. So it is the Keith Kruger K1 flipper. All squared away. Oh, let's see. Man, this thing's gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Would you look at that? Oh. I just got to tell you, nickel wire carbon fiber bolsters. And this is called Hemp Burlap Micarta. All beautifully polished. Apparently, Keith is some kind of a rebel because his titanium liners are anodized bronze. Oh, there's the pocket clip. Man, ceramic retention ball. Beautifully milled titanium. Oh, you just touch it and off it goes. I think this has got ceramic IKBS, and it does. In typical fashion, polished flats, hand-rubbed satin, almost polished. It's almost full polished. Blade, look at that thing, man. This is N690, 3 3/16 inch blade, 4 3/16 handle. Titanium liner lock. There's your engagement. It is rock solid. Pretty stiff lock bar tension. And that's pretty close to dead centered. Watch this flipping action. Oh, I'm not sure watching it explains it. You're not going to believe this, guys. This knife sold brand new for $495. Wow. It can be yours for $400 like it is. $420 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Keith Kruger K1 flipper. Next up, another South African knife. Oh, we got paperwork inside. This is from WF or Willem Steenkamp. It is his Hornet in N690 blade steel, zirconium bolsters, silver twill scales. WF Steenkamp knives. And another absolute thing of beauty. Oh, man. Would you look at that? And if I remember correctly from my setup, this knife was almost nirvanic in hand. So there's your zirconium bolsters, blue titanium hardware on the pivot, blue titanium milled clip, blue titanium liners, gear pattern titanium backspacer. N690 blade, 3 3/16 inches. Oh, wrong. 3 5/16 inches. 4 7/16 inches of handle. Jeweled titanium liners, titanium liner lock. Oh. And then you put it in your hand, guys. You'll never want to let go of it. I'm telling you what. IKBS pivot, polished flats, hand rubbed satin, horizontal on that hollow primary blade face, and then hand rubbed satin on the swedge. Pretty sharp edge, by the way. Oh, what a beauty, man. Purchased new from Arizona custom knives for $600. And there was, there's one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right there, right here, there is a super fine vertical scratch. And I mean, you got to be holding your eyes right to see it. Oh. Can you see it? Maybe? It's tiny. So definitely near mint in pouch. And it can be yours for $4.95 like it is. $5.15 with my edge on it. That's the WF Steenkamp Hornet. Next up, our second from A2 knives tonight. It's going to come in the Norseman style box. This is an A2, A3, a knife by the Andres, Thorburn and Van Heerden. Polished zirconium bolsters, polished carbon fiber scales. Now this has got some fine scratches in the zirconium. Let me wipe my greasy fingerprints off so you can see. They are there, but they're small. And some scratches in the clip. It was, it was carried a little. M390 blade, 3 11/16 inches in length, 4 7/8 handle. Got your polished flats, your hand rubbed horizontal satin in the blade, the blue titanium liners, and these kind of change colors. They go green, they go purple. It's pretty cool. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Flipping action is wondrous. Ceramic IKBS. Piece of work right there. These are out of stock. In this material configuration, this knife would have been about $775 brand new. It's not new. It's actually been used as a knife a little bit. So your price is going to be $650 like it is, $670 with an ApostleP edge. And make sure you get this description right and I'll take it. This is the A2, A3 flipper, CF zirconium. Now we're going to finish the sale tonight with a couple of my knives. They're both, these were review knives supplied by Knife Ship Free. So you're going to get a deal because I received them, I tested them, I carried them, I reviewed them, I sharpened them. They're pretty much like new with my edge on them, but you're going to get a deal. First one is the latest one reviewed. This is the Axial Shift version 2 Warncliffe, out the front, automatic. T6 6061 aircraft grade aluminum tan, hard anodized coated, with the American flag on the spine. Beautiful blasted slider button. I'm going to say the action or the button action is medium to firm. Absolutely 100% reliable. 3 1/4 inches of stylized Warncliffe blade and CPM 20 CV. 4 3/4 inches of handle. And just a really well designed knife. Condition is near mint in box with my edge. I believe these are $229 at Knife Ship Free. And thank goodness there's only one of them, because somebody's going to get a buy on this one with my edge on it, which would have been $25 if you paid me to do it. You can buy the whole knife, sharpen, $175 shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. How about that? That's the Axial Shift V2 Warncliffe with an Apostle P edge. And next, the knife I reviewed before that one from Spyderco. And I love the knife, guys. It's the Stretch 2 XL FRN in its first incarnation, right? So black FRN, VG10 blade, 4 15/16 inch handle, 3 15/16 inches of blade, wearing my edge. And I actually, guys, carried this to Tennessee, and a couple days after, did a lot of cutting with it. So I've touched it up back up after I got done. So it's dead fresh on the edge. Lockup is dead solid. Action is nice. Centering is very close to perfect. And were it not for my edge, we'd call it like new in box, but it has my edge on it. These are currently $112 brand new at Knife Ship Free. This test mule in very near mint condition with an Apostle P edge can be yours for $80, because I like you guys. That's the Spyderco Stretch 2 XL FRN TAP. And that brings us to the end of another Thursday night knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking.